Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you first 10 things to do after setup on your Google Pixel 11. So first, we're gonna connect and manage our SIM. Sounds pretty easy, that's why we're gonna do it first. If your phone has a case, then simply remove it. Now, as you guys can see, I'm struggling a little because the case is just so hard, but we finally got rid of it. Now let's just place it here, and right at the top here we have our SIM tray. So we need to get the SIM tray opener. Now we're gonna press it here and hold it down until it just comes off, and it should look like this from the top, so that you can just grab it in. And as you guys can see, let me place the phone safely. Here we have it. Now there's only one side, and the other side basically tells us the Google and the Google address. So let's go over, place our card like this. So we need to follow the instruction. So this is our card. Now, as you guys can see here, we have the dot. It's on the right side. We want to make sure that it's also matching this so we don't break our SIM tray. And as you guys can see, I'm putting it in. Now let's just place it and slide your finger so that everything works fine. We're gonna put our case back on. Now it's definitely how you guys can do it. As you guys can see, we got our network, we got the 5G and everything. So our SIM card is connected. But now what else can we do? We can also go over into settings and manage it. So in the settings, what we can do, we can go to the, for example, network and internet. Here you'll have your SIMs, and here you have your SIMs. So you want to make sure that your SIM is working. Now my SIM, of course, it's pretty okay. There's nothing wrong with it. And what are we gonna do next is we're gonna connect to the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. We get the operator message, so that means everything's fine. And now the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So let's go to network and internet, and here we have the options like internet. We're gonna tap on it. Here we have mobile data, but we also can use Wi-Fi. So I'll select the Wi-Fi network. Of course, we're gonna enter the password really quick and click connect. Now it's obtaining an IP address and giving it to us. As you guys can see, we are connected. So now let's move on to the Bluetooth. So here we want to go to connected devices. Here first go to connection preferences and Bluetooth, make sure that it is enabled. And once it is enabled, we're gonna click on pair new device. Here you guys can pair anything. So I have the AirPods 3 Pros right here. I'm gonna pair them with the Pixel, and you can pair anything you want. Just make sure that you enter the pairing process, and soon we should have them. If not, then we will have to search for the devices again. We're gonna click pair, and as you guys can see, we are connected. We can open up these settings right here. There's not a lot of settings because this is not compatible with Android. It's especially made for iOS, but that's how you guys can easily connect your headphones or anything else to Bluetooth. Now what are we gonna do is we're gonna add the Google account. So to add the Google account, we're gonna go to settings. Now in the settings, sorry, not the settings, but the Play Store. And if we have the Play Store right here, we want to click on sign in. Now once we click sign in, we should wait a little. Here you can skip or do next. It doesn't really matter. It is searching for accounts, and we have no accounts. So let's just sign in another way. Use the normal method, which is our email. And if your email ends at gmail.com, you don't have to type it in. Now you'll be prompted to enter your password. So I'll see you guys in a second once that is done. Here we're gonna click on next, and here you select who will be using this device. I'll be choosing the first option, and here we want to agree to the terms of service. Here you can back up your device, and make sure to select both of those things and turn on backup, so whenever you lose your device you can still back it up. Here you can verify your purchases instantly. So what are we going to do here is we're going to use either password or biometrics, but if you guys know, we don't have biometrics set up. So what are we going to do is we're going to go and set them up right now. We're going to simply just leave the app. We're not closing it entirely. And here we're just going to go to settings. Once you're in the settings, you should find the security settings. So we're going to scroll down, go to security and privacy, and go to device unlock. Here we set a screen lock. I'll be choosing the pin, and I choose 1 2 3 4 5 6. It's not the safe pin. Make sure to not use it, it's very dangerous, but for me it's easier to just do that. Now here you can also add the fingerprint, and to add the fingerprint you need to confirm it with your pin. Click on enter and click I agree. Now you want to do the start, and here you want to press your fingers, so we want to touch, then lift again. As you guys can see, let me just go over and set it up with a screen protector, because I think my screen protector is just too thick. So as you guys can see here, you can scan it later. As you guys can see, I'm trying to make it look as good as possible so that it reads it. Now we're gonna click done and see how it works before we add our let me just enter the pin. Now let's see if we are able to unlock our phone. We are, so everything works just fine. And now we're gonna add our face. So here we can enter the pin. Now scroll down here and go to I agree. Here you have a tutorial, so I'm not really sure if you guys will be able to see this, but I am looking into the, you guys can see me right there, so that's good. Now I need to tilt my head up, tilt it down, and it looks good. So that's all it took. And from here we're gonna click done. Our face unlock also will definitely work. There's no point in checking, but I'm still gonna check unlocked by face. Everything works. So we got it done. We got our screen locks, the password, face, and fingerprint. We're gonna move on to the app update. So we're gonna go to the Play Store, click on use biometrics, and here touch the fingerprint sensor. It should be good. And here where we want to update our apps. So tap on our avatar, go to my apps and games, and here you have updates. So I got 45 updates pending, and we're gonna click on update, and now they're updating. As you guys can see, sometimes you can have the error where you just cannot update them. So what I like to do here, it happens almost all the time, I either try to refresh it completely. So turn it off and turn on the app. From here you'll be able to just click on update all, and if that also does not work, you can restart your phone. But as you guys can see, now the updates are going in, so there's no need to restart. Also, you guys, once this number drops down to 0. So it took some time, but finally it is ready. So we got everything set up, every single app updated. Now what are we gonna do is we're gonna go and set up our Google Wallet. So of course, if you have a Pixel, you should have this app pre-installed, but if you don't have it, then make sure to download it. As you guys can see, sometimes if you back up your phone from another device, you should have it. If not, just go to the Play Store and type in wallet. Once you type in wallet, you should see the Google Wallet. We're gonna install it, and as I said, it's pretty much 50-50 if you have it. So here, let's choose an account. After opening the app, we're gonna allow the app to send us notifications, and we want to click on the plus button here. We want to add a payment card so we can pay, and here you guys can choose a card that is already in a wallet, but make sure that you have to know all the 16 digits, and also the expiry date and the CVC2 code. So here you can click on new credit or debit card. You guys can enter the details manually, or for example, you guys can scan the card. Sometimes there's also an option where you can just tap the card into the back of your phone. But as you guys can see here, we're just gonna enter some random details that are not true. And if you have your card details, I'm not gonna put mine in, but then you just click save and continue. As you guys can see, pretty hard to create a card number that actually exists. It does exist, but it won't be true. So of course, here it will be processing the card details, and now you'll have your card. So you'll have your card right at the top here, and that's basically the whole setup. Also, you can check in the settings. You guys can type in NFC, and it's in connected devices and connection preferences. But once you tap on the NFC, here you have contactless payments. You want to make sure that your default wallet app is selected as the Google Wallet, and that's how you guys can set it up. Now, what are we gonna do next is we're gonna go over and optimize our battery life. So let's open up the battery settings in the settings app. Here we want to go, and we are on the main page. Now we want to scroll down, and here we have the battery. Now first, battery usage. It will basically show you your battery usage, which app worked how much in the background. For example, Google Play Store, you can disable the background usage so that it does not work in the background. Here, the power saver, also a pretty good option, and also the extreme one where you can only use essential apps, and of course you can add another ones, but there's just no point. Now here you have schedule and reminders, so you can turn the power saver off based on the percentage. I'd recommend keeping it at 20 or 25, and here you can turn it off at 90. I recommend it too. And here we have our adaptive battery. So of course make sure to use it, because this will learn from our phone usage to optimize the battery life. Now here we have the battery health, so it's pretty normal. We got the capacity and also tips. So these are the tips for better battery, and basically there's something like update to the latest software. That is 50-50. It's sometimes it might be the truth, sometimes not. Adaptive charging, really okay. Avoiding extreme temperatures, also very good, and turning off features that you don't really use. It's also 50-50 depending on what the feature is. Now here we have battery diagnostics. We're gonna skip the widgets, and as you guys can see, phone is very warm. Now of course I have to restart the device, and here you can just basically check the issue with your battery. As you guys can see, like, battery health is normal, all settings are optimized, and also battery percentage depends if you use it. And here, screensaver, it is really cool. You can see for example the charge, and see the current charge and when it'll be full, so you guys can use it, but I'm not really into it, so that's why for me it's turned off. So these are all the battery settings. Now what are we gonna do next is we're gonna basically check for software updates. So we want to check for software updates in the settings. As you guys can see, there's a lot to set, and basically you guys can find it in the system, then software updates. And once you're here, you have a system update, and for me, I have a pending update. We're gonna click restart now, and our system update will be finished. So after restarting the phone, we're gonna go back to the last thing that you can do, which is customizing your home screen and lock screen. So our software is now updated. We are going to simply check the features here. You guys can see it. Of course, I'm gonna skip this one. And here, if you guys just press and hold your finger, you have the options to, for example, change your wallpaper here. So let's swap it out. As you guys can see, we can swap it instantly. Also, we have wallpaper and style. So we can change our lock screen and home screen. We can also make a theme pack. And here we have some colors. So we can change the dark theme to the light theme. We can change the style. We can apply it like that. And also we can discard the changes. Here we can make it minimal. So for me, minimal looks the best. Here, after you click on apply, it will look amazing. And this is how the preview looks like. I cannot zoom in on that, but you guys can have fun and change the home screen. Also, if you want to change the lock screen, what you guys want to do, let me just quickly go here, hold finger, click customize lock screen, and now unlock the phone. As you guys can see, didn't go in, so let's just do it the other way. Here we have our lock screen. Now what are we going to do is we're going to tap to edit our photo. For example, we can change the angle of it just like that. We can zoom in on that, and it looks amazing. So let's keep it like that, save it, and now let's leave the preview. Here we have the lock screen. We can change the clock style and click on apply, for example. This is how it looks like now. And that's it for the video. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.